Welcome to the Flow Coffee Telemetry System. This video is an introduction to the user interface of the Flow system on our online dashboard. More specialist administrative functions and physical installation of the Flow system will be covered in additional videos. To log into the dashboard, you will need to navigate to dashboard.flowcoffee.co.nz. Please enter the username and password that you have been provided with. If you have forgotten your password, you can just click Forgot Your Password and we will send you a reset link. If you need a user account created for you, please log a ticket on the DataBev support page. The link will be in the description. Once the correct details have been entered, you will be automatically directed to the main overview page. On this page, you can see the overview of your organization and the performance of each site. The quick overview shows the number of shots and the percentage of the shots that have met recipe. Under filters, there is the option to sort by date, organization, recipe, alphabetically, or shot count. There is also the option to full screen the tile display, which can be a visually good option for different display applications. You can now click on any site on this page to gain a deeper understanding of any given site. Once you have clicked on the site you want to investigate further, we can see a breakdown of how the site is performing to the overall recipe. In total shots, we can see the total number of shots poured and the breakdown of which recipe made up the total number of shots poured. As we can see, this site has 93% double shots and 6.3% ristrettos. These recipes can be programmed in the recipe page, which we will show you later. Met recipe measures the percentage of the shots that fell within the recipe parameters on both time and volume. Time parameters are set at a target of, for example, 25 seconds, and then a variation from that target, say plus minus 3 seconds. So anything within 22 to 28 seconds will count as met recipe. In missed on time, we can see the percentage of coffees that have missed recipe because the shot time was above the time target too slow or below the time target too fast. A volume target and tolerance is also set on the machine. This measures the wet dose and not the yield. This measures the amount of water that the espresso machine is pushing through the cup. This needs to be calibrated periodically to ensure that the values being measured matches up with your recipe target in the actual cup. Ideally, this number must be as close to 0 as possible. Anything below 10% is not cause for alarm. Anything above 10% is cause for investigation. In most scenarios, we see this number hover at around 0 to 2%. On the leaderboard, we can see the position of the site against other sites within the same organization. You can see how good your quality compares to other sites for this given day. The dry dose, that is the amount of ground coffee in the portafilter, is programmed into the recipe as well, and we estimate what your consumption should be based off of the number of shots prepared. This can be compared to your stock control and your physical sales on your point of sale. If you are buying more coffee beans than you are using in your espresso machine, then there is some wastage on your stock side. If your total number of shots is more than what is measured on the point of sale system, you know that there is some wastage at the espresso machine. You are producing more coffees than what you are selling. In shot variants, we have normalized all of the site's recipes to show time above or below the desired shot time. The light green band shows a plus minus 1 second variance, and the darker green band shows shots within the specified shot time variance for the recipe. The yellow line shows the trend of shot times and indicates where grinder adjustments should be made as it strays away from the perfect band. You can hover your mouse directly over any of the coffee shots and you will see further detail of that particular shot. You will see the shot time and the variance from the perfect shot time. You can click on any of these shots to see a detailed breakdown of that shot. We can see this shot was a ristretto, the dry dose was 18.5 grams, the shot time was a perfect 20 seconds. The shot pulse count is a measure of how much water the machine dispensed for that shot. How this value translates to grams of water varies by machine, but it's usually 0.47 milliliters per pulse, or about half a milliliter if you want to estimate. This number is of course higher than the yield in the cup because there is some absorption of coffee inside the actual puck, and there is some rejection of water at the beginning and the end of the shot. There's of course some exchange where the grounds and the portafilter absorb water, and some of that, the coffee solids, get dissolved in the water passing through the puck and ends up in the cup underneath. This is how you end up with an espresso and not a cup of water. By clicking on shots in the sidebar, you will see the individual extractions for each coffee during that day. You can choose a given date range by adjusting the calendar boxes. Purges are not counted as shots and can be added back into the dataset by ticking Show Purges and clicking Filter. You can click on an individual shot to assess it further. See example flow profiles for examples of different shot flow profiles. We will attach a link in the description for how the extraction profile affects the taste of the cup of coffee. By clicking on recipes, you can see your active and inactive recipes. You can turn on or off any recipes that you alternate between. You also have the ability to add a new recipe. In an additional instructional video, we will address on how to add a new recipe. Only admin users can add recipes. The performance area of the dashboard allows you to see any site's performance in an easy to understand graphic form. You can either use the date range of the last 7, 30 or 90 days, or alternatively you can choose your own date range from the calendar boxes. Let's look at the previous calendar month from the 1st until the 30th of June. Click Filter. You can see which percentage of the shots missed recipe, how many missed time, and how many missed on volume. You can see what the rating of the shots were. We can see that 55% of the shots were perfect, meaning 55% of their coffees prepared fell within 1 second of their target extraction time. We can see that 91% of their coffees are doubles, and only 8.5% of their coffees are ristrettos. You can track the group head utilization. As we can see that group head 1 does the majority of the coffees, and group head 3 is seriously underutilized. This will become relevant in the maintenance of the espresso machine. If one group head is being used significantly more than the others, the components on that group head will wear out before the others, requiring more frequent servicing. Likewise, group head 3 will be over-serviced, meaning that the maintenance cost of that group head is not justified by its usage. You can see the difference in the met recipe versus missed time versus missed volume for every single day in the dataset. In met recipe by recipe, we can see what percentage of shots of each recipe meet that recipe. As we can see that the double shot met recipe is much more consistent than the ristretto. The ristretto score varies much more wildly than the double. You can track bean usage over time. You can track shot count versus average shot time. You can see if the extraction times are affected by something that we call queue pressure. If the queue is longer, some coffee shops tend to pull faster extractions to get through coffees faster. This is not ideal. Your clients come to you for your incredibly consistent and high quality coffee. Rushing coffees out the door to reduce the queue is not productive. People come to you for a reason. Prepare good coffee and the queue will get even longer, but your customers are happy and they will keep on coming. At the bottom of the performance page, you can see the daily statistics for every single day in the data set. You can see the total shot count for that day, the average shot time, the met recipe, the missed time, missed volume, the best hour for percentage of recipe met, and your busiest hour in terms of shot extractions. From the main page for that particular site, in the top right corner, there is a View Real-Time button. The display shows the 3 group heads and the shot time for each group and is color-coded based on whether they have met the recipe or not. Underneath the shot time, we provide a further description of each shot. As we can see that the most recent shot prepared on this machine was 20 minutes ago on the left-hand group head. It was 28 seconds, the shot was classified as perfect, and it was a double shot. In the top right corner, you can press the Keep Awake button. This will prevent the display from sleeping. The real-time display is excellent to display on top of the coffee machine in easy view of your baristas. This allows them to track the met recipe on every single group bed for every single shot. You can also press the full screen button to make the display even larger. The needle of the grind suggestion will slide back and forth across the graph, showing the trend of your shots. As your shots get faster, the needle will slide towards the right hand to coarse, giving the barista an indication to make an adjustment to the grinder. If staff do not make a change, an image of a grinder will appear, and if no change is made, the grinder will start flashing, making it hard to ignore that a grinder change needs to be made. The same applies for too fine. On the bottom of the display, you can see your rank of your site within the whole organization, the met recipe score, the missed time score, and the missed volume score. On the bottom of the real-time display, you can see the rank of your site within the whole organization, your met recipe score for that day, your missed time score, and the missed volume. This display resets on a daily basis. If your site has cleaning cycle detection enabled, a cleaning score is also created for the site. As we can see, on this particular date, this site only cleaned the right-hand group bed and did not clean the left-hand group bed thoroughly. Cleaning cycles are detected by looking for 8 backflushes in a row on every single group head. The total number of backflushes can be configured, but 8 is the default. Most machines will meet the cleaning score perfectly when using the automated cleaning function. In the performance page, cleaning cycles by coffee machine will also be measured if it is enabled for the site. We recommend enabling this feature. This is crucial for tracking the cleaning of the machine over time, and this has an enormous impact on both the flavor of the coffee and the maintenance of the machine. If you wish to enable automated reports for your user account, scroll to the bottom of the main page and click on User Settings. You can enable a daily performance report, a weekly one, or a monthly one. You can also enable hourly notifications if you would like to be notified if your store drops below a certain level. Please remember to click Save when applying any settings.